Hi everybody, I'm Bill Sanders and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Today we're going to take a look at Ad's collection. Ad's collection it's full of surprises. It's a very unique collection and I really like it, and I think you're going to find some very interesting watches for yourself. The first ones I want to talk about is a Zenith and an Omega. Now, the Zenith is called a Zenith Bamford, and I had no idea what that was. And there's a company in England called Bamford, and it will make bespoke watches for you from certain brands. I think Zenith was one, Tag Heuer was another, Bulgari was another. So you can, in other words, you go there and you can pick out different kinds of dials and so forth for your watch. And this particular one, that uses the El Primero 4069 movement. And I've never seen a Zenith quite like that one before. And I was so surprised. Let me tell you something. If you haven't, go to bamford.com or bamford.uk, whatever it is. But just sort of Google up Bamford watches. What a treat that was. It was really amazing. Now, the Omega Speedmaster, I know there are a lot of different ones, and this is simply a Speedmaster. I don't know. Ad didn't give me some information on this. Obviously it's a chronometer, but as most Speedmasters are. But having said that, it's a very good looking watch. Up at 12 o'clock, there's a day date. And now maybe this is true with all Speedmasters. I'm no expert on Speedmasters. But this is a very clean, very nice watch, and it has a nice metal bracelet to go with it. Now, these next two, JS Watch Company is that I think their tagline is, they may be the smallest watch company in the world. They're a little, and a very unique, a lot of very fun watch company located in Iceland. And their movements, they're either Soprod or I think they're using some Sellita now. And but they have really wonderful cases, and they do really excellent work on them. And they're fairly priced too. They're not one of these ones that you expect to get high horology prices on those. But fun, neat watch company. Love their watches. Very clean, clear watches. So it's another neat one that has. Now this next one is a Frederick Constant. Frederick Constant is one of those watch companies, very unusual. They started off, I think a Dutch couple started them years ago in Switzerland, and I think they're owned by Citizen Watches now, but they make very, very nice watches. This particular one is a moon phase, and then around the moon phase is a hand date. Another very, very interesting, very cool watch. Now these two, Paul Picot, these are relatively low-priced watches, but they're great beater watches, and they're very interesting dials. The retrograde chronometer, I like a lot. That's a neat-looking watch. It's got a unique style to it, and it's just not a plain watch. Now the Paul Mariner is their diver, is the Paul Picot diver called the Paul Mariner, and rubber strap, and pretty much looks like a diver. You can see it's got a screw down crown on it. Now this next watch is one that I just think is great. It's Parmigiani Ionica. Now, what the Ionica is one of the earlier ones that some became a Kalpa and some became other ones. But this watch, Ionica, one I'm always keeping an eye out for. And this is a nice one. It's got a mother of pearl dial. It sort of has a pinkish tone to it. And the movement in it is, I forgot the number of it. It's one of the early ones that Michel Parmigiani did. In fact, it may have been his first movement, hand-wound, hebdomadari, which means it's well, it says 8 days, which I'm sure it is, but it's basically for a weekly winder. What a cool watch. Gold, with mother of pearl dial. I mean, this would be a fun watch great for parties, or when I go on cruises, they have some things you put on your white linen suit and pop on something like that. Very cool watch. Love the movement too. It's one of my very favorite movements. Now these next two watches are really solid office watches, everyday watches. Seiko Presage, just rock solid watch. I mean, it's the kind of thing. It's an automatic. Put it on in the morning, go to work with it, and not think about it. The Longines Dolce Vita is they're rectangular shaped watches. I don't know if all of them have the Roman numerals, but most of them, I believe, do. Little more formal, not terribly so, but another good kind of thing that may pass as, this is an everyday beater. Now, this Jaeger-LeCoultre is just one I like a lot. This particular one has the hand date up around 2 o'clock, small seconds down at 6, and then they have a power reserve indicator right around 10 o'clock. What a watch. It's an automatic, and again, this could be one of those watches I think that could transition for more of a dress watch. I think you might have to, I think maybe a blue gator band on this would really pop it in a great way. This is a nice watch with a gold rotor on it. Very, very cool looking watch, I think. Now, these two are the Certina and the Eagle. Now, I really did a lot of work digging up material on both of these watches, and the Certina DS1 is sort of they have a lot of them that are DS1s of different models. The movement is called the Powermatic 80.111, right? And it has a base of an ETA CO7.111. And that's based on, the base of all of that is ETA 2824-2. Now, one of the ones, this Ebel, or Ebel watch that ad has, is I looked all over for that, and I could not find it. I think this is, this is a very, very, I think, rare watch, or Ebel watch. It has the, and it might be fun if you want to go out and you want to do a little watch search and find out some more information about it. This one has the date up at just under the 12 o'clock, but it's got separate little date windows for it, which makes it a lot easier to read and a little bigger than the little bitty ones that they have. And then down at 6 o'clock, it's a very unusual place for a power reserve indicator. And it's a little retrograde power reserve indicator, and it just sort of goes down with a wind, and then you wind it up and it goes back up again. I like the way those 5 screws are around the top, and this is a very cool looking watch. I couldn't find what kind of movement they had in it, which was, I don't like it when that happened. So it's a Swiss movement. You don't have to worry about it. But it's nice to know which Swiss movement that they use. Well, listen, this is Ad's collection, and you have a really very interesting range of watches. A JS watch, that Bamford's Zenith watch, the Hebdo Damari, the JLC, these two. This just it's so unique and so something you can sort of see somebody who really likes watches in this. Of course, as always, if you have any suggestions, I'd really like to hear them, and I think Ed would too. But it's got a really well-balanced, cool-looking collection. So let's hear from you. And this is also an invitation, if you have a collection you'd like to review, to send it in. At the end of this video, you'll find a little video that tells you what to do with it. As always, this is an invitation to subscribe if you like. And until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection.